Day trader, you have to be comfortable. You have to be, just be comfortable. Anxiety is what kills people, right? So yesterday I slept late. I couldn't sleep. We're going through this Mercury retrograde stuff, and whatever it may be, just because I thought about that in my head, that created already an anxiety. So I'm like, oh shit. So I'm sizing down, I'm scared, whatever it may be. So you have to understand yourself. You have to understand there's two things in trading. There's a technical side where you have to learn the technicals of trading, the mechanics of trading, filings, whatever you need to know. So I lump it all in, the mechanics and the technical as the technical side. And then there's another component, which is huge, which is the emotional side, the psychology of this, greed, the fear of missing out, the FOMO, all these things that you could do. Greed is the biggest killer, guys. Greed is a huge killer. And greed translates itself into FOMO, fear of missing out. That's greed. You don't want to miss the play. And so, same thing with INO now. Look at that. That's 817, Who the hell knows? Let's see what happens. But the only thing we know is, once again, let's see if it has trouble at this 820 and 840. 840 is the double resistance here. See that? And then if it breaks that, watch out. It could be 880 to 920. Those are the things that I look for, guys. Just simple like that. With that in mind, let's talk about why today I think it's going to be a great IG live. People often talk about what happens when you lose. So we're always talking about, okay, man, you got to bounce back, go back to basics, humble yourself, things like that. And so what happens is a lot of times we have this culture of two extremes. The extreme of fearfulness, like afraid of always losing. You can either trade with to prevent losing, or you can trade to make money. But then that's the opposite side. Okay? The other extreme side is the guys pumping and dumping the lifestyle. So they make it seem like, oh, I'm here to make a quick buck. Pump and dump, whatever you may call it. I'm going to put this down, guys. So there's two extremes, right? There's the guys are too afraid. They'll never fucking get to the next level or even start making money if all they're fearful is not losing money. So you have guys that are just flatlining. They may not lose money, but they're not making money. And so they're just too afraid. And, there's nothing wrong with that. That's your personality. But once you identify that, you can help progress yourself. Somewhere in the middle between the two extremes, right? There's the pompous guy saying, oh man, I'm fucking banking every day. This is so fucking easy. Join my fucking room. I'm the fucking best. You see how easy this shit? You're stupid not getting my shit. You follow my shit. That's the extreme. It's gonna cause the people who are following that person to be arrogant, to think it's easy, because they don't understand. They're comparing their chapter 2 to this other guy's chapter 50. You see what I'm saying? And so there's a great, in my opinion, a great injustice when they do that. It fucks people up if you are not there, because you think it's all fucking easy, and it's not. And then the other flip side is the same. The guy that's too fearful, so it's going to stop someone from maybe trying to do new things. Like, oh, don't try anything new. Just keep doing what you're doing. And so there's really no progress, right? You could be doing one thing for the rest of your life, but if no one tells you to try something new, that you'll never expand and grow. So somewhere in the middle, guys, is the answer. Somewhere in the middle is a harmonious balance, right? And so that's what I want to talk to you about today, because we covered so much on what to do when you're losing. And so we always keep thinking, so now we're fearful. You know what you need to do, right? You need to do hard stops, you need to have risk management, things like that. We won't go into that. So today, what we're going to talk about is something that no one talks about. What if you're winning? What do you do? And No one talks about that. The only people that talk about that are, in my opinion, the scammers, the gurus, the fake gurus, the guy trying to sell you get rich scheme, the guys that you see fucking flashing on the internet, fucking fancy ass shit. Come to my room, I'll make you rich. You know, look at all these motherfuckers making money. So that is the unhealthy side. And so somewhere in the middle, guys. I've been on both ends. I've been on the losing end a lot, and fortunately, I've also been on the winning end. And I'll tell you before, I want to bring Alex on later because he's a prime example. So, but how I got to the next level is, I'm not saying. Remember, it's a progression of time, guys. It's leveling up properly. We have videos on this, how to level up properly. It's all mindset, right? So what happens is, like, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and you are good at it, it's fine. You can be consistent, trying to do all that thing. That's very fine. But why not think about getting to the next step, or how to break that, how to break that fear of failure. The fear of failure makes people become adequate, but too much fear of failure will not make you. It could be just makes you successful, or it could just be makes you, just getting by. And so I wanted to talk about, okay, if you're having a good streak, what do? We talk about this all the time. If you're having a good streak, why are you changing what you're doing? I call that deviation. So we always talk about, if you deviate from your process, you will lose. And so if you had a good streak and you changed what you did, when I say good streak, I'm talking about sticking to your process, sticking to your plan. I'm not talking about gambles. I'm not talking about holding giant positions and being lucky one time. Okay, going all in. I've been hearing people tell me, dude, I've been making a killing off these stocks. And I'm like, that's not sustainable, guys. You do not hold all in, max buying power, these fucking stocks. Corona has been pushing these stocks up every fucking day. And you may be making money every day. But how realistic is that is your strategy ongoing for the rest of your life? It won't work, guys. I always see people make a ton of money and give it all back. And so trading, sure, you can make quick money. And any idiot can walk into a casino, place all your money onto a blackjack hand, and some will win and some will lose. Most will lose. But if you have that strategy ongoing all the time, you will fucking eventually blow up and lose. So I wanted to teach you guys consistency. And part of the consistency is not to deviate from your process. Deviate from your process in two folds, okay? The first is when you deviate because you're greedy. You're making money all this time, sticking to your process, proper risk management, all these things that we teach you, right? You're making money, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh fuck, I could have made more money. If I had just fucking went all in or took the gamble, I would have doubled my streak. What the hell? I made money 4 days in a row, 5 days in a row. I could have fucking killed it. I knew it. It's the I knew it, coulda, shoulda, woulda attitude that gets people in trouble. So the next day, what they do is they go all in. Because fuck man, I made money 4 straight days and I was a whip. I was a chicken. I did not max size. I did not do all this. And then the next trade, boom, they get clipped and they're done, right? How many times that happened? All the time. So that is the deviation that we always talk about. That's a deviation that most people talk about. You deviate from your process because you're greedy of the negative. Okay? But then no one talks about the deviation when you're scared. You're up and now you're scared to give back the gains. And that is also a deviation, guys. And that, in my opinion, will fuck up your mind. Because now you're trading a different style that made you successful. You need to keep doing the same fucking thing every fucking day that made you successful. Do not fucking deviate. I am sure you're afraid that you will lose control, blow up, and give back all your gains. But did that happen during the streak? No. Why are you changing that attitude? Fear is what's killing you. Same thing as greed. And those two things make you deviate from your process. And so when I talk about deviation from process, people always think, oh, because of greed and stuff. Even changing the way you do risk management, the way you trade the stock will fuck you up, guys. Because if you're making money all this fucking time doing the same thing and you are now afraid, you're changing the way you're trading. And that is going to mess up the recipe that made you successful. Consistency is the key. Consistency through your process, regardless if you're making money or losing. Because with proper risk management, you should not be blowing up, right? In theory. But people fuck up, they blow up. And so they need to get back. And so we have talks about that in the past already. But if you're making money, guys, do not deviate from your process. What you need to do, though, this is what kills most guys that make money, including myself. They make money for a huge streak, they give everything back. It's the cushion game. We talk about the cushion game all the time, right? Because what happens is the cushion game is a deviation. So when you're up and you lose and you're down on a stock, if you were not on that streak, you might have stopped out already. You would have taken that small loss. But the fact that you've been up 5 days in a row, sure, I'm going to fucking hold and add because you know what, man? I'm up yesterday. I'm up today. Eventually, that cushion game is going to kill you. That's what the most fearful thing. But the thing is, that's already a deviation. You see what I'm saying? You've already deviated. So people that are making money and they want to scale back but the thing is, there's two ways to make money, right? There's gambling. Like I said, if you're gambling, dude, this discussion is not about you. You're going to end up losing all your money. Okay, I'm talking about the guys that are consistent. They are disciplined and they got there with good habits. If you got there with bad habits, then yes, you need to fucking scale down. Okay? So I always tell people this, man. Making money is just not enough. It's how you make the money. If you made your money breaking the rule, if you made your money by bad habits and getting lucky and bailed out, that is not sustainable and you should scale down. But if you made your money the correct, proper way, being disciplined, keep doing what you're doing. If you change your process and you deviate and you start to play chicken, it's going to fuck with your head. Because eventually what's going to happen is this. You're going to make more money for the next 2 weeks, but then you size the fuck down on purpose. And that's going to fuck you up 2 weeks from now. You're going to go, what the fuck was I thinking? And now I'm going to go back fucking bigger. Because you know what? I proved myself. And you've already deviated. You now are forcing the trade. So there's two types of forcing, right? Just like there's two types of deviation. There's two types of forcing. You can either force too much size and force money out, or you can force yourself to make less. And that's when you deviate. You're like, dude, I don't want to, I made too much money. I'm scared to give it back. That's completely fine, guys. There's nothing wrong with that, but that you are not living to your maximum potential. If you were successful doing the same thing, being consistent in your process to get to where you are, why are you deviating? You are fair. So now, you know what I'm saying? So stop overthinking. Just keep doing it. So I call it trading like a reflex becomes instinctual. You don't even think about it. Because what happens is in human nature, I do this the same exact way all the time, guys. The moment I think about being fearful, the moment I think about all these negative things that may potentially happen, I fuck up. I get all fucking scared, dude. When I'm in the zone, when I'm in the matrix, I don't think about any of that stuff. That should be part of my reflex. You know, proper risk management, all that. But when I start thinking like, oh, fuck, I have pressures, I have bills to pay, I have a fucking reputation, that kind of deviates from your process. When you start thinking about, oh, fuck, I'm scared to lose, that's all deviation. And so I'm going to bring Alex up because this is a very good example. Alex banked, I'm going to let Alex talk, so we're going to play the role. We don't know what's right or wrong because everyone's different, guys, but I'm going to play the role of the advocate for the guy that says, don't slow down. I'm not talking about speeding up. I'm talking about keep doing what you're doing. Versus Alex will play the role of maybe the guy that don't want to give it back, right? And so, Alex, you there, man? Let me give a shout out so I can add you. And then Alex had a phenomenal week, man. Congrats, man. He's fucking killing it. I'll let him talk about it. And the last thing I want to do is I want to, as a mentor, I want to encourage him. I want to encourage Alex to be the best that he can do. Okay, let me see how to add Alex. Hey, buddy.
Hey, is it?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Can you guys hear me? I don't have headphones today, so.
What up? What up? You guys hear me?
Yep, perfect, brother.
Cool, man.
All right. Why don't you tell everybody the kind of month you had? Let's do a quick recap.
I mean, it was $200,000 this month. Well, the full month from like call it February 1st to like March 1st or whatever. And it was from one Tesla trade that was a $100,000 winner. It was from this past Friday, APT and Lake, which was $50,000. And then on Monday, another like $45,000 or something like that. So we're at almost 200,000 in a month, which is good, but I don't know,
Let's.
man.
I want you to talk about how you were feeling before that Tesla trade, because that's very important.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, before that Tesla trade, you know how it is, man. We're just batting for singles every single day. Every single day, we're showing up trying to make $1,000,
We're
trying to make
fishing.
500.
We're fishing every day.
Yeah, every day. What I like to say is it's like practicing your free throws. We're going to the gym and we're practicing our free throws, waiting for the Super Bowl to happen. And I felt like that Tesla trade was a great opportunity. It was the first Red Day setup. We actually did a webinar on it. I think it was like a month before, which was good kind of recapping it. But the APT and Lake trades were the ones that were most important because after the Tesla trade, after I made all that money, I felt a little bit greedy. I felt like, making $1,000 a day wasn't enough. I felt like making $2,000 a day was not enough. So I was kind of screwed up in my
Let's.
mind.
I wanted to roll back before you got that Tesla. Before that was very important because you were feeling down about yourself. You
Yeah, I
were
forgot about
so
that. That's
so
crazy.
that's what I wanted to show you. So I want to see the whole. So this is a very good guys. You guys gotta listen to this. This is the full spectrum of a real day trader. A guy that was like, "Fuck, man, I suck. I can't do this. I don't know trading's for me." To all of a sudden making 200 grand in like a week, right?
Yeah, it's so true.
So
Because I guess before it happened, before the Tesla trade, I was just kind of stressed. I was like feeling like I couldn't get anything to stick. I felt like I wasn't trading properly. I felt like every time I traded something, it was just the opposite that happened. And it doesn't matter how long you've been trading. After you have a couple of losing days, even if it's $100, you kind of start to doubt yourself and you lose your confidence. So I was really just doubting myself before that trade, and I literally forgot about it until you mentioned it right now.
yeah, the reason I bring it up because this is very important, man. Notice Alex felt really bad because he's looking around other people may be doing better, all this, but what he's been doing all that time was being consistent with his process.
Yeah.
Okay? You kept to the same process that got you to where you were, right? At that point. Just
Yep.
because that process yielded not what you expected, but you can't expect to make money every day, every single day, big money, right? The only thing you can expect out of yourself is to follow the process that got you to where you are sitting right now, bro.
Exactly. It's the same thing that you were talking about earlier in the video, man. We're repeating the same routine, the same thing every single day. There's certain days that it's going to pay you off in a big way, and there's certain days that you're going to have losers. But that doesn't mean that the process doesn't work. It just means that trading is a game of probability, and no one's going to ever be right 100% of the time.
And this is why it's very dangerous when I hear you say, this is my opinion, when I hear you say, I am scared, I don't want to get overly greedy. I'm going to
Yeah.
change my fucking process. I'm going to cut my buying power. I'm going to reduce my share size. I'm going to trade. You just fucked up the whole formula that made you successful.
Yeah.
I want you to realize that, you know what, be confident in your ability to not fucking blow up because that's what you got you here. The moment you start thinking about blowing up, you will blow up, bro.
Yeah, it's
You see what
true.
I'm saying? And
It's
so I
true.
want you are so good where you have a natural talent that got you to where you are. And this is a defining moment in your career, bro. I'm telling you, this is why I made this IG live out of nowhere, right? Because I swear, man, I love you. I know you're fucking so talented. I knew you were talented the years I met you before, and that's how we came to launch MIC together, right? Of all the
Yeah.
fucking people in the world, it's me and you, right? And what I see you do well all these years was stay humble. Stay so fucking humble and have faith in yourself and your process and your ability, regardless of how much money you were making, how little money you were making, how much money you lost. Because remember during that time you were swinging up and down $30,000 and
Yeah.
all this kind of shit.
Sure.
Because you did not have a proper process, you were stressed out and all this stuff. So I saw the progression where You know what, man? You followed the process. You did the same thing every fucking day for years now, and then you got to this position, right?
Correct.
Why are you changing it? You see what I'm saying? And so because you had a taste of this success, now you're kind of like, holy fuck, I'm scared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm scared to look stupid if I lost it back. I'm scared of whatever reason may be, because I've been there, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like after my big days, I'm like, how can I fucking match this? How can I match this shit? Oh, let me turn off this fucking laptop here. But no one was there to help me, and so I went on to a tailspin, guys. Seriously, man, it's like you went from the fear of. It's like you went through like, okay, I want to become this person I want to be, and then when you reach there, you're like, now I'm fucking afraid that I will lose my position or whatever. I just want to maintain it, and that itself is going to cause a tailspin. So I don't want to talk too much about the backstory for myself, but I want to keep it on you. And so when I see you talk about changing your process, which you did, if you fucking sign the fuck down all that, you already fucked up. It's like if you sign down the 2,500 shares, how the fuck can you do what made you successful? What are you doing? You're adding 30%, which is 1,000 shares. You see what I'm saying? And so you went on 2 weeks and you made perfect trades for 2 weeks. You're gonna be fucking like, what the fuck?
No, it's a good point. It's a good point.
And then what's gonna happen is you're gonna do that makeup trade, and that's what fucks people up. You're gonna fucking do a makeup trade because now you just to compensate for the fact that you missed out on what you thought you missed out. You didn't really miss out, right? But you thought you missed out on all those P&Ls and people. And you're gonna go on Twitter. You're gonna see these guys bragging about this shit. And you go, I'm fucking better than them. Fuck you, man. Now that I proved myself for 2 weeks, I'm gonna go back full force, and then you're gonna force yourself to do a makeup trade, and that's gonna cause a tailspin. So the most dangerous thing that people can ever do in day trading is to deviate from your process. We keep talking about this, right? Deviation from your process. So by you changing the way you're trading is a deviation, but doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. What you need to do is be more careful. So I think that's more of what you need to think about. But there is a fine line between being more careful and being paranoid and scared.
Yeah, it's true.
And what happens when you're paranoid and scared, you overthink shit a lot. You overthink. So today was a perfect trade you did on AIM, dude. I swear. You had a plan. You stopped at the...
Yeah, that was the point. The point is I'm afraid that I'm going to let this success cause me to get sloppy and play the cushion game. That's literally it. It's the cushion game that's the trouble. So today on AIM, when I made my plan, I said, look, if it's towards zombie time and it's still holding and breaking out, I have to stop out. Whereas normally what I would have done in the past is play the cushion game and just be stubborn and lose more money. So I'm trying to actively pay attention to these flaws and try to fucking fix them, you know?
But that the way you're doing it, in my opinion, is not the way to properly do that, right? Because you've already deviated, and that's already a fuck up. Now you're deviated, so now your process is completely changed. So the way, this is my opinion, the way that you set up your process to get to where you are now already took care of the cushion game. Because what you do is you use hard stops, you made a plan, and you stuck to your fucking plan. If you just did that, and you don't even think about it, because what happens is over the past 3 years now, whatever it may be, you've been doing the same process, becomes instinctual, right? It's a reflex for you now. You don't even think about stopping.
Yeah, you don't think about it. You don't think about it. Just do it like that.
But the problem is, if you now change your process, you're starting from scratch again. You just changed your process day one. So today is your day one of your new process.
Correct.
And you are actively thinking about that shit all the time. You're not just trading naturally anymore.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, what I think I did a couple things right and a couple things wrong. I think you're right about sizing down 100%. That was wrong. I think what I did good, though, was wiring out the money so that I don't play the cushion game, seeing the balance in the account, too.
But the thing that you see, that's a good strategy you've been doing for 3 years.
Yeah, I do it all the time. I do it all the time.
Yeah,
I pull out almost every week now. After I get to a certain level, I pull it out and reset the account.
That is your process you've been doing for years.
Yeah.
You see it? So that process itself already eliminated the fact that you can kill yourself. So let's say you reset it back your account to 35,000, 50,000, whatever it may be.
Sure.
You're not going to give back 200 grand.
Yeah.
You're going to give back half of that account, but you won't even give half because you know what?
Yeah.
You have a max loss.
Correct.
So you see the parameters, the fence, whatever you may think, to
The
put the
guardrails,
layer. I call it
yeah.
the layer. You see what I'm saying? So you are fearful for nothing, bro.
Yeah. It's just emotions, bro. You're right. You're right.
And so this is the trick to get to the next level. So when I was making all that money back in the day, doing crazy shit, because I was your age, I could afford to risk it. I'm old now. I put it all in my retirement shit. I moved into real estate, whatever the fuck I did, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm not fucking risking like $2 million a trade anymore, right? Like I used to. But the reason I got to where I got is I was not thinking. Because you know what? I'm thinking in my head, how much can I fucking lose? I can only lose what my system enables me to lose. And
Correct.
so if you really wanted to clamp down, but you've been doing that clamping down. We always have a max loss. Back in the day, I didn't even know there was a max loss you can call your broker. So these are the things that guys in MIC, the guys on the internet that's watching this shit is fucking learning right now, guys. I didn't even fucking know this shit. This is how I'm able to blow $100,000 a trade. I think my biggest loss was $300,000 fucking dollars in like one morning.
Yeah. Mine was 200,000 in one morning. So same shit.
But you see, so but we started to learn now, and so that is the reason why guys like us who've been training before learning all this is afraid, because we thinking back to our biggest loss and go, "Oh, I don't fucking do that."
And no one taught us this shit either, bro. When we were trading together, no one taught us this max size, max risk, max all this shit. It was only until almost a force of necessity that we found out about it, you know?
Correct. And so this is why I tell you, bro, I don't, knock on wood. I don't need side wood. Between my legs. Talking about this shit gets me with them. But you see, so you are fearful for nothing. You've already set the parameters all these years to lead you to where you are. You have your max size. Fuck trading a $3 stock on 10,000 shares. I mean, you've already have the 30% rule, so you've already locked it down even more.
Yeah.
And so there's different layers of risk that you do for yourself. Your process is 30% front side, max size, and most importantly, is the max loss, daily loss.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And the second, another layer, is the tab. So having a max loss on the broker side, you can still call them up and fucking finagle them to fucking change this shit. They will do that. But that's where the tab and stuff comes in.
Yeah, it's true.
I would slap the fuck out of you. You would slap the fuck out of me. We know exactly. We've been friends and trading together for so many fucking years. You know, if I fucking went missing and don't talk, some fucking shit is wrong.
I know some shit is wrong, except for one time that you went missing. That's a story that we can't tell the other time you went missing.
We'll talk about the podcast. but you see, so this is the revolution of trading, guys, that when Alex and I started trading, no one fucking taught this. We took so many fucking bumps. And
the zombie rule was the biggest thing, man. Do you remember all the times we used to hold for all-day faders, all this bullshit? And now the zombie rule has literally been like a dramatic thing that changed my trading forever.
You're correct. And so these are the layers of risk that you put upon yourself. And you know what? Put it all together. Do not be afraid. You see what I'm saying? Do not be afraid. The only difference ongoing is the fact that keep doing what you're doing. And eventually, if you wanted to, the problem with small caps, in my opinion, is there's a limit. You can't be buying fucking $2 million of a short. You know what I'm saying? Because the flow is not big. But for us, bro, normal people, we don't need to be making $100 million a fucking year.
I think we're doing just fine, making $4,000 a day, bro. I think we're doing just fine.
So my whole thing is like, you see what I'm saying, man? People go, oh, but you guys have a limitation. My strategy, I can fucking put in $1 million. I'm like, oh, good for you, man. But you have to put more risk. Yeah. So I'm a realistic guy. I am okay with what we're doing. I don't have these aspirations of being a billionaire hedge fund manager. Because we are different types of people than other people. We are not the greedy motherfuckers. We are humble, or I try to be, right? We're not the ones that are fucking showing off and doing all this shit. And so if you You know, and it's completely fine. You can still be successful being humble. This is the thing that people don't understand. You don't have to be super aggressive to be successful, guys. Keep doing what you're doing, be consistent, and then eventually you'll level up. But it's okay if you don't want to level up. There are some people that are very happy making $200 a day consistently. Keep doing what you're fucking doing. Not everybody is meant to make fucking millions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars a day. You see what I'm saying, guys? So don't fall for this trap of you gotta fucking be the fucking $1 million trader. Nah, dude, $1 million is not gonna make you fucking happy. Sure, it doesn't fucking hurt, but to be honest, man, it's like if happiness to me was being able to afford to eat the way I fucking eat. You guys watch my Instagram, you guys see that shit. I fucking love to fucking eat. And that brings me the most fucking joy. I'm wearing a fucking dirty ass t-shirt. You don't see any fucking fancy shit except my fucking trading office, which I fucking love. You see what I'm saying? And where I fucking live. That's it. Because I spend my money on things that makes me happy, not necessarily to impress other people. So the first thing I learned in life is to humble the fuck down. And that's what fucked me in the beginning of my career. Because I'm always like, I'm better than you. I'm competitive. I'm all this shit. And so when I see you, Alex, you help me tremendously be happy. You see
right back at you, bro. Right back at you.
And so it's like, and so when I see you get fearful like this, it kind of hurts me because I think you are a better trader than me, bro. I swear. I'm telling you right now.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so
no,
at all.
Bro. You know what, man? There's different types, but you know, the reason is you started very young, and I helped you. No one helped me, so you should be better. It's like you're my child, right? And so, as a loving parent, I want you to be more successful. I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna fucking. I want you to basically one day do everything so I can just sit back and just say, "That's my baby," right? And so that's what it is, man. I mean, seriously, you should. You like as a mentor, I feel like I want you to be better than me. And that's the way it should be. And there's so many guys in MIC right now who are young, who started with the correct habits.
Yep. They're making better. A bunch of money so quickly.
Holy
too, man.
Shit. Tom Diesel, James, all these guys that just started fucking trading. Yeah. And I'm looking at their P&L like, dude, you just fucking steamrolled all of us, right?
Yeah, and think about that's where they are now, dude. Think about where they're going to be in like 5-6 years. They're going to be light years ahead of us. And that's the point.
And so that's what I'm trying to say, man. So now, Alex, you are now the next generation mentor. You see what I'm saying? I'm an old guy, so I'm just glad to have mentored you, and then in return, you mentor other people. Like I mentored Tom, and we mentored Tom and MIC and all that stuff. And so that's what it is. And the one thing we have to do is lead by example. Seriously, lead by example. And if you are trading scared, the other guys will. But it's not about being scared. We are all scared all the time, guys. I'm fucking scared every fucking day. I think every fucking day I'm fucking shaking because you know what, man? I blow up so many fucking times where it started with like a 1,000 shares, nibble, right? Yeah. And then we were always afraid that one fucking nibble is going to turn into a giant ass gator biting out my dick, right? That we always talk about, right? So, so that's it, man. I'm glad that we went through this and I'm hoping other people are fucking listening to this because I think this
it's like fucking therapy, bro. It's like fucking therapy because, like, dude, I look at what we do is, we look at the numbers on the fucking screens every fucking day, right? We look at the numbers and all you see is fucking money, and all this shit. But what people don't realize is there's so much mental strength that has to come behind the shit, or else you're done.
It's not even the money. That's the problem.
Yeah.
If it was money, I think we would be better at risk management. We saw the fucking stacks of money or what money can buy us. All we see are it's like chips at a casino. That's why they give you fucking chips. One chip of $500, one chip of $2. They look the fucking same. You just stack them up, but you have no. After a while, it becomes numbers on the fucking screen, and we remove ourselves so much from the reality of how much money that is. So today you made $2,000.
Yeah, like, that's 2,000 is 4 of these. So I keep a stack of 500 on my desk just to see what it's like, just to like visualize. So this is 500. So imagine 4 of these. If I saw even one of these, bro, I would take it. And that's the thing.
Bro, on the fucking normal street, we are not normal, guys. Even I'm talking about everybody that watches this show because you know what, man, we can make $200, $2,000 instantly or you can lose it instantly. And so we are so far removed from the reality of how much money. So you always have to equate it back. So I like the fact that you are going on vacations. Whenever you go on a vacation, you come back feeling refreshed and understanding how much $2,000 is.
Correct.
So I hate it when people, I only made 2,000 a day. It's a slow day. I mean, relatively to you, yes, but I don't want to get to the point where me and you are so far removed where we can't fucking understand the beginning traders, where their dream is to make 2,000 a fucking month, bro. Right?
Yeah.
And so,
and that was my dream when I started. My dream was just to make fucking 100 a day.
Dude, my dream was to make 100 grand a year, doing any fucking job possible. So I mean, you know, I've never imagined any fucking shit. So once in a while we need this reality check, and I'm telling you something. If you don't take vacations, if you don't go and fucking splurge on stupid shit that you want to splurge on, you will give it back on the markets.
Correct.
Because there is no connection between.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you're very blessed because you don't have responsibility yet. You're young. This is awesome, man. You have no kids, but you know what, man? MIC and the members and all of the people you mentor are your kids now.
Yeah.
And so this is the maturity that I've seen you. So I give you props, bro. This is good, and I'm fucking glad it happened because I'm tired of being always the old guy. So now you're the fucking old guy, man. So
yeah, look at this beard. It's actually true.
You fucking looking older than me now. Let's stress. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, man. Making money does not relieve stress. People think making money relieves stress. So you were more stressed out now on after making 200 grand than you were before, in my opinion. You're so afraid of losing it, and so you're like, I'm gonna size the fuck down, guys. I'm stop trading.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's true.
So go back to what the heck you've been doing all this time, bro. And that's why I just said, man, guys out there, if you're listening to this, guys, consistency. Don't deviate. Okay, don't be afraid. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't overthink. Okay, the best way to not overthink is just to do it. Because I swear, man, every time I sell on the computer, guys, I'm fucking thinking back when I started just to add 1,000 shares. Next you know, I'm fucking down like 100 grand. Okay, we always have those things. But you know what, man? When the market opens, boom, it's the frenzy. We don't think about it. So don't actively try to deviate. Okay. We have anything about MIC, Alex? Is something coming up, or we're planning an event, or?
I mean, we're starting to plan our next anniversary event. So far, we're looking at places in Dallas, and it's going to be in August, probably near August 17th.
This is the second anniversary party?
Second anniversary, our 2-year birthday, yeah.
So
it's going to be we don't know the date yet. It's going to be probably August, probably towards August, which is, we start MIC on August 17th, so we're going to try to keep it around that same day.
Dude, has it been that long already? Whoa. It's only been
it's been like a year and a half.
I thought
it feels like it, but yeah. So we're planning our second anniversary event, live trading event. So we're still working on it, but we think we're going to do it in Dallas this year. Maybe hang out at Cobra Trading and maybe do like a barbecue there. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
But awesome, man. Any last words, guys? We can take a couple questions from anybody, and then we'll
yeah. Do you guys have any questions?
So, Alex, you posted your trades, and then you probably you Twittered something today.
Oh yeah. So
check out.
So let me actually bring it up right here. So a lot of people ask like always a lot of questions like verification and proof and stuff like that. So for that $90,000 that I made on Lake and APT, this is the broker confirm with some of my fills and executions, including the commissions I paid. So other people that kind of promote brokers and stuff, they have special backdoor deals and secret things, but me and Bao, we pay the same rate as everyone else. We have to locate like everyone else, and this is kind of just proof of that too. So
yeah, I want to go ahead.
This is the trade. So it's $93,000 in profits in basically 2 days. I'll slow it down so you guys can see it too.
So if they wanted to see more of that, join MIC. Alex will be glad to go through there.
Yep, I'll send you my fills. I'll sell you anything. I'll send you anything you want.
Yep, join MIC.
If you're all right, that's it, guys.
All right, I want to leave with this. Thanks, Alex. Congratulations,
Thanks,
brother. Go back to helping people, bro. I'm tired.
I
I want to show people this before I leave, though. Because this is what made me think about all this stuff, guys. Never let a big win go to your head. And never let a big loss define who you are. Winners are not afraid of losing. But losers are. Failure is a part of the process of success, guys. People who avoid failure also avoid success. So keep that in mind. Another thing is, you know what, man, sometimes in life, you must go through the same thing multiple times for you to understand, to level up. So don't be afraid if there's a lot of setbacks, okay? The problem people have is they try to do the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So if you have a setback, try something different. Try something new. Join MIC. Do whatever you do. Talk to people. DM us. Text Tosh. Tosh will give you a phone number right now. But don't just expect things will change and turn around if you don't do anything about it in life, guys. And so, you know, we are here all the time to help people. I mean, this is what we love to do. You know, look at Alex, man. This is a multi-level generation of mentorship and friendship that we go back. So that's why I want to leave you guys, man. It's like, it never gets easier, guys. Take a look at a guy like Alex who just made 200 grand and scared shitless. He's scared. He's fucking sizing back. You see what I'm saying? So the guys are struggling now. You know, realize it's normal. It's normal to be afraid. Even the top traders are fucking afraid. Even if you're making $200,000 in a week, you're fucking afraid. It's getting through it, having a good tab, trading accountability, but having a good support system outside of trading. Okay, having, you know, being humble really fucking helps, because a lot of the time the fear comes from fear of failure, like your ego. You don't want to fucking make yourself look bad. What will people think if I fucking take a loss? You know, it's like people fail. And so humble yourself down. I've been trying, you notice my style of posting on Twitter has changed over the years. I used to be a young kid, you know, like, oh, look at me, I'm the fucking best, whatever the fuck it may be. Now I'm just posting my trades. I'm not making fun of people who lose. You know, like I used to post funny videos of all the idiots I chase and I'm shorting into them. You know, so people change over time, guys. The maturity has helped me to be a happier person. You know, you go through stages in life, guys. There's guys that are starting out, they're 20 years old, 16 years old, and there's guys that are older, 50, 60, 70. So everybody's different in their stage, and there's different reasons of why you want to make trading, you know, be successful at trading. Some people do it for money, whatever it may be. You know what, man? I do it because I love it. I do it to help and mentor people. This is my, you know, I love doing this because there's so much knowledge I went through, not just the good part. I went through a lot of bad shit, and I don't want other people to go through that same bad shit, right? And so this is me doing this. So everybody has a different approach to it, but the bottom line will leave you this, man. Life-changing money is the fact that, for me, you have to figure out what that life-changing is, okay? Be realistic about it. It's not fucking buying a Lambo, guys. For me, it's being able to walk into a restaurant, eating anything I fucking want. And that's just an extra $200, $300 fucking dollars a day. You know, it's, you know, if your life changing is buying a Lambo showing off, maybe you need to figure out different priorities. Have, you know, maybe you need a house first, maybe you have kids or whatever it may be, right, guys? So if you are struggling, think first about what your goals are. Maybe change the goals because it's not working out. It being this person that's chasing money all the time, right, guys? Chase security for your family, things like that. Okay, one step at a time, guys. Level up, and I'll see you guys. Thanks for this video. We'll post it up. Have a good day, guys.